Well, hello, everyone. My name is Johnathan Foresee. I'm at Rowlett High School, and I teach dual credit mathematics for our magnet program there. And so with our magnet program, from beginning to end, facilitation or not, we've done something where we track student progress using Google Sheets. And you could also use Excel as well. But it's something that I've enjoyed. I've been able to use with parent contacts and just all sorts of things. So it's very good. And so I want to show that and share that with y'all. So here, let's go ahead and start presenting. Then we have the infinite windows of death. So I'll get off of that. Okay, so we have Sheets, docs.google.com/spreadsheets, or just Sheets, Google Sheets, Google that, and you'll get there eventually, right? We know that. So if you go to Canvas and you want to create this with student roster and grades and such, this is something that you could do. So go to a gradebook, whatever gradebook it is, okay, and select one class. Your view, you can arrange different things, right? You can filter by grading period, so you have cycles as well as sections. And when you do that, click on one class, and you'll see your grades for one class, no matter what they are and how much they are. Okay, so then I'm going to click on Actions. And Actions, I want to export my gradebook. So you could do the entire gradebook. You could do gradebook view, play around to see which one you want. I'm just going to go ahead and put the entire gradebook. And so export is started, and you'll see it's right here as a CSV file. Well, that comes up looking like an Excel spreadsheet. Okay, you can save it as an Excel spreadsheet very easily just by going to your save and save as, change the name to what you want, and then click on the save type and go to Excel workbook. So then you have it saved. I'm not going to save it right now, but you guys do what you want on that. And you have all of what you need. So this includes all the students, student IDs, and then individual assignments with their grades. That could be pretty massive. And for what we're doing, what I want to show you is not so much an all-encompassing grade book with every single student and every single assignment, but I want to do it based off a period. So you see here, I did entire grade book, and I have different periods here. So you may want to do one that just has one period. So once again, that was Actions, and export current gradebook view, because then that'll be on the same cycle and the same class. So where's my gradebook? This is what it looks like after I'm finished. So if I do it again to show you what it looks like. Here it goes. You see I have a lot of information. I don't want all that information. I don't even want my section now, because I know that they're period 7. I can save it that way. Other things too, like maybe login email or other stuff, you can delete those. And it's very easy to delete a column by just going to the top and just right clicking and hitting delete. So then we're done. If I want to keep everything else, but I don't want the content, I can click and drag and hit delete or backspace, and it's gone. And so then I'm good. So I have their emails. It's good because then I can approach it. I can look at them very quickly. I'm going to make it so I can see their names though. So I'm going to double click on this line here, double click on that bar there, and it makes the cell immediately as wide as it needs to be for that content. Now I'm ready to get to the good stuff. So remember, we saved as an Excel, not a CSV. So you can have Excel workbook, hit save after you change the name. And I would definitely want to change it to what the period says. So whatever my period is. Okay, so now I have this. I can go on and do all sorts of stuff in Excel. Or if you're like me and you want to access this remotely using Google, it's better as a Google Sheet. So I'm going to take all of this and copy it. copy, and then I will go to a Google Sheet. And there I have it. With the Google Sheets, you can, excuse that. Oh, where is it? There we go, I got it. You can change the borders and put it all borders. You can do all sorts of stuff you might want, but the same thing of double clicking will allow this to be as wide as it needs to be or as small as it needs to be. Okay, so now that I have this, let's get to the good stuff. I want this to look like that. I want to know what the grades are each week. This is supposed to be something where we can keep track of our students from week to week to see if they're improving or falling through the cracks. A lot of times we only notice the failing students. So we want to do this to see if an A student's dropped to a B or B to C, things like that. So put your weeks in. Let's see, last week ended on the 23rd, or maybe you want to go by Mondays and so do the 26th. Whatever it is, whatever day that you like to put your data in, that's fine. And so I'm going to go like this, and who knows what October is? It's what, like 8th? I think it's 8th. So there I have it. So type it in my date, however you want it. And then I just start typing in the grades for the students. And I don't know, and I'm not going to show anything else here, right? So anymore. So let's just arbitrarily give them some grades. So this person, they have an 88. They have a 76. They have a 92. This one has a 58, though. Here we have a 64. And then here's a 96. Here's a 79. And then 80, 83, and 85. I have high hopes for my kids. Here we go. So one little knucklehead, another one who's struggling, and then pretty good grades after that. These grades, maybe they improved. Got a 90, a 78, a 93, and then this one went up to a 60, but this one didn't. They fell because they missed a big important assignment. This one stayed at 96. Here they went to an 81, and then 82, 84, 79. Okay. Once more, we'll have 91. 78 stays the same, 92, 63, 55, 97, 80, went down, okay, 85, and 87, 78. Okay, someone up, someone down. Now, all these look the same because it's all white background with black numbers. And so one thing that would be really helpful is if I could really see quickly which students are the ones succeeding and which students are the ones that are struggling. And so I want to take all of this and I want to highlight it, put maybe like whatever colors you want, but I did something like green for my B's and A's, yellow for my C's, orange for my D's with bold, and red for my F's with bold and a yellow number. Okay, so that way I can really see what's going on. And so doing that, I can do the same thing here, and I can highlight everything, go to Format, and do Conditional Formatting. And I have my range now, D4 to U13. Okay. I want to put all the A's and B's. So format the cells, and anything larger than, so greater than or equal to, a 79.5 will be a B. Okay. Change the color to the color you want, and boom, all of those are done. Nice. Do it for yellow. That's the color. So here, it's not greater than, because then it's going to erase what I just did. I need to put is between. So is between 69.5 and 79.4. Be careful that you have decimals only to tenths. Otherwise, a 79.41 or 79.49 will be blank because it won't fit in any category. Okay, and then let's do the D's. So between 59.5 and 69.4 orange and bold. And then lastly is less than 59.5. This one is red, bold, and the number is yellow. That's what I like to do. Let's say you have those kiddos that are really good, like so good that they're perfect. They have 100. Well, I like to highlight that as well. You may not want to and just keep them green. But if you did, you would need to change this green one to is between 79.5 and 99.4. And then I'd add another one and say is equal to or is greater than is equal to 100. Or if you really do have something greater than 100, then greater than 100 or equal to it. And then do blue and might bold that one as well. Okay, so now I have all those. Let's see, where's my highest? 97. Let's say that they got 100. Let's see if this works. Boom. Automatically changes. So if this person turns it on and now they have a 70, automatically highlighted 70. Okay, I made a mistake. So this wasn't 100, this was 97. Goes back to that. So the formatting makes it so that now I don't have to mess with it each time, which is what I've been doing. A lot of it is highlighting each individual one. Okay, and so anything you do, you will be able to keep track of those colors the moment you put them in. So that's very nice. I also like to keep track of my class averages. So I'll do class average. I don't like that. Class average. And you do this by the current week. So I'm going to do a formula for this. I hit equal and I start typing in average. Basically, if you type in what you want, you're normally going to get it. Here, all these different things here. So the first one is what I want, average, and that is for this, right? If I want to change this, here I'll do last week average equals average. I'm going to highlight that one. So I have column D as my last week's and column E as my current week's. So that is 923 and 930, right? And I like to go further and I like to find out what is the difference. So then I'll put equals, take my current week and subtract my last week. And now I can see as a whole, not just color-wise, I can see as a whole, hey, my class didn't quite do as well. They went down. And so I might color this one as well and say it's yellow or green or blue or red or orange. But then this difference, I don't want to make it in the same formatting because if it's positive, I want to know it's green, or negative, I want to know it's red, or just leave it white so that you can see no matter what it is. But then let's say I need the next one. So this is my current week, column F. All I will do there is go to this cell and then click in the formula and change E to F and then hit enter. Go and hit enter. My last week's is no longer D, it is column E. And then now I see, hey, I improved. My class improved over those 2 weeks. And so now I see what I can use to compare and how I know what my kids are doing and where they're standing. If I saw that an A student just fell off the map, like here's a no longer an A student, but close to, here's a B student, and they just fell off and they had a 75 next week. Well, that's more than 10% drop. Now I have color codes and numbers that can identify this for me, and it might be something I may want to make a phone call about and see, or at first talk with the student and see if there's something up or if something has gone on in their life, not just looking at the failing students all the time. We're always focused on calling those students, but what about the top students? What about the A's? What about the high B's? We need to make sure that we're reaching all of our kids, right? And so that's it in a nutshell. If you want even more information, I like to write down my test grades every time there's a test, and then I calculate my averages just like I did before. But then I do what's called a 5-number summary. So I can find the minimum, the quartile 1, where the first 25% of the data is going to lie, then the median, and quartile 3, and the maximum. And so with those, the formulas are like this. We already have average. So I have quartile 1, median, quartile 3, maximum. Okay? Equals quartile. Okay, first one is quartile. And now I'm going to do my range. So this was the current week over here. So I want to make sure this is the current week. So that is from this to this, there. And I need to indicate what quartile I'm looking for. So I'm going to do comma 1. Hit enter. And there I have it. I can autofill by doing control enter. It's going to be wrong, but I can at least adjust that way. So you could do that, control enter. I'm not going to. This one, I want the median. The median is also called quartile 2, so you could do quartile again. But if you do median and select all those, got it. And then quartile 3. I remember what I missed. I missed the minimum. I didn't write that down. Comma 3. And then maximum equals max. Okay, there's our max. Done. And min's the same way. And so now I can tell, okay, there's the max grade. Here's the minimum grade. I can change it each week. I could do it only once, like at the cycle end, or whatever it is. If I need to insert a row to space it out, there I have it. And there it is. Let me know if you have any questions. Okay, you can email me or anything like that. So, yay. Yes. Bye, guys.